Everything else was part of the purchase. And we're not sure when these were done, but these were done for Harry, and they're all kind of sealed in plastic.
Yeah, like vacuum sealed.
Like vacuum sealed. Even when Harry did them a decade or two ago, those you couldn't do in the state of California because the chemicals were carcinogenic and needed to be done somewhere else. So I think those were jobbed out to Mexico, I think is where they were actually plated. But the rest of them can be done in the United States again. And we have the dies to do all this, and you'll see some of that as we kind of walk around. Started out as a device to hang and play a triangle when you're in a musical pit and you have all these different instruments.
Oh my gosh, how cute is that?
So you take your mallet or a hand.
Or a drumstick.
Or a drumstick. So when we've gone to PASIC and NAMM and some other, percussionist heavy
events,
classes and events and conventions, we brought this. And it was a little bit confusing to some people to try to pull the stick out and hit with it.
Right.
But it's meant to be, okay, I've got to punctuate a note. And so you could change out, and we started to produce drilled holes instead of the slots. So we call this the money room. And this is where we store all the finished cymbals. We also do all the packaging of the individual orders. But we also have pieces that are in progress. So the blanks that start off, the zills, actually rest here until we actually manufacture them. And then all the auxiliary accessory items are also here. So at any one time, we may have, several hundred to 1,000 or more sets in inventory, or in some stage of manufacturing. And so we're able to do in a space of a single bedroom size what Harry and Betty did in a 2-car garage with a lot of other things that kind of worked into their practice over the course of time. So, but this is where, if you order zills from us, this is where they come from.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I see you've got all like the
So these are blanks. So these are the flat pieces before they're stamped and formed of various inventory items, different models and styles. And so we keep a count of what we've got on hand. Then we've also got miscellaneous odds and ends that have come back to us or we've made for different purposes, because we've customized some individual zills for different purposes. Like a marching band wanted to use our zills as part of their show, and so they came up with 5 notes they wanted. We had 4 of the 5, and we made the 5th note by altering one of our current designs.
Oh, that's so cool. And how do they play them? Do they play them with a stick?
They played them with a stick, and they actually played melody. So the match of Fat Chance, there's 200 there and about another 140 there. And so these are the center designs, and then I'll finish the signature outside rim for them, and then I'll set aside some with the regular Saroyan outside, and those become the brass duotone component. So they match the design of the silver and the bronze or whatever they're paired with. But in most cases, most of the blanks are just that. They are just blank. And these are soft probe blanks.
And so there are multiple symbols that come from that blank?
Yeah. So there's 5 or 6 different designs that come from that. So from student size, like the ones that we did on the Niagara, for the thickness of metal for the students, I get the Nefertiti, the small Grecian, and the Turkish Delight, all from that same size.
Okay.
Some days it's kind of like spinning plates,
How many can you keep in the air?
And then sometimes, depending on what we're doing, I'm polishing with a machine where it's running for several hours, and then I'm also forming or doing blanking like we did on the Minster while that's running, because I have to check on that periodically, but not constantly.
Okay.
So I can run multiple processes at the same time. And it also depends on the time of the year and the heat and the weather and this year the cold. we had some trouble where we had to put off making some things because the room was too cold.
It was just too cold.
Yeah, for our
At one
parts.
point, one of the dice got stuck because it was so darn cold.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't go in.
Yeah.
Oh, so it wasn't like it was too cold for you. It was too cold for the machine. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Equipment and the processes, because you need heat when you're doing polishing.
oh,
And
okay.
if it's too cold, they won't polish very fast.
Yeah, because
What does the heat do for the polishing?
The polishing compound itself, the polishing is a semi-liquid, okay?
Oh.
But it flows better. The corn cob, the wood fiber, absorbs the media and carries it, and then that rubbing action dispenses the media onto the metal as it's
Gotcha.
being rubbed. So it's like you adding polish to your cloth.
Okay.
That flows better when it's warmer. So I need to get the machine and the media to at least like skin temperature or higher.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, it just
And
doesn't flow.
Summertime, we polish really quickly and it's great.
Okay.
But the rest of the year, we have lights, and I put do different things to warm up the space.
Oh no, to try to keep it warm.
Yeah.